Well, welcome back. I'm Corrie Valdez with the Madera Tribune, and you're listening to the Madera Tribune Podcast. With me today, a special guest is Rohi Zacharia. He's with the Greater Madera Kiwanis Club, the Service Club of Madera is serving the children of Madera County. They meet every Thursday at what time?
6 o'clock.
At?
To Chico's.
Wonderful. We got that out of the way. Rory's here today to speak about the 4th of July Spectacular that his organization, the Greater Madera Kiwanis Club, has taken on. So, with no further ado, please welcome Rory.
Thanks, Corey. Good to be here.
Nice seeing you here today. So, Rory, the Madera fireworks show has been in existence for many years, and then it went away. We were talking earlier about, I can remember when the city of Madera sponsored it, and it was held at the Madera District Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And then after the city decided to step back, it went to the golf course, and the sponsor was Dave Barry, who was a businessman and builder here in Madera. And he sponsored it for many years, and then it just went away. So the last fireworks show that Madera had was back in 2017. And the Greater Madera Kiwanis Club has decided to take the reins and start it up again to benefit not only Madera but the Central Valley, because it is a wonderful event. It's a family friendly, and the citizens here really enjoy it. So, Rory, take it away.
Thanks, Corey. I mean, and that's kind of, in 2017, when obviously the city had to kind of pull back due to, their finances and kind of look at whether or not they wanted to keep spending this money, because they were taking on a big portion of the finances for the fireworks. The first year, it was understandable. Things were going on that, we had to support the city. But as it kind of drug on and the years started looking like it's just not coming back, it is, like you said, it's something I remember as a kid. I mean, we were there, all the fireworks shows, even growing up, even when it moved to the golf course. So it has become a Madera tradition, and when we kind of were looking at it like, hey, I don't think this is going to come back, I started poking at Jose Rodriguez, which is, part of the city council, and saying, hey, can the Kiwanis take this on? And I think at first it was a bit scary, because it's like, wow, it's a big undertaking. But at the same time, it's something that had to happen. I felt very strongly that this has to happen. We can't just say, well, no, it's not going to happen due to finances from the city. Like, we can do this. And that's kind of what happened. And last year we worked really hard. We had a good community support financially to bring it back. And due to some circumstances, obviously, it didn't happen. And it's sad because, again, some people feel that, maybe we were kind of scammed out of it. And it really wasn't. It was just, we were among, I think, like 16 other cities that unfortunately fell victim to some timing and issues with the vendor that we had gone with, that, we lost out on that event. And I think what came after that was, the seeing how big this was really going to be, because that was always the question: is, are we going to make this event happen? And coming out of COVID, is it going to be 100 people showing up, or are we going to spend all this money to really just please a small crowd? And it turns out, from the outpouring of the upset people, it was going to be actually a very large event. Everybody was coming, and again, it just shows that the community is there. It's part of our tradition, so it kind of has to happen, and that's where we're at today.
Right, the community is standing behind this, and it is a tradition, like you said, that we missed tremendously.
Yes.
And for you and the team to take this project on, because it is a big project. This is not for the faint of heart. This takes time, determination, fortitude, and patience. And yes, knowledge. So, where do you stand for this year's show? What do you need from Madera?
Sure.
And our listeners out there? So,
yeah, sure. I mean, obviously, one of the biggest questions we've been getting along the way is, when people are donating, where's the money going? And we want to make sure people understand that Kiwanis is not benefiting financially from this. We're not getting a dollar from this. 100% of the proceeds goes to the event. Fireworks are very expensive, and then obviously the event as a whole is expensive. So every dollar donated is going straight back into that event, not to any of our pockets. The other thing is we are still looking for like a lot of food vendors and people to, who want to participate. And I know that's kind of difficult because again, 4th of July it's a holiday, and this is where, this is my day of relaxation. So some people aren't excited to necessarily come out and, have their food vendor trucks or something, but we are still looking for some of that. And then again, financial support. I mean, again, anything that we can get to help close that gap financially is greatly appreciated, because again, one thing we're trying to make very clear is it's going to happen this year. The vendor that we have is one of the largest fireworks vendors in the world, basically. They found out what happened to us last year. They stepped up very quickly afterwards. They said, we're committed to making this happen. So we don't have any, it's happening. I can't stress that enough. Like 4th of July,
it's a done deal.
It's a done deal. Whether you guys are there or not, there are going to be fireworks going off in the sky. So yes.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So along with this 4th of July fireworks spectacular, there's a fundraising golf tournament.
Yes, that's put on through the city. So the city is still doing, again, that's another one of their traditions, that every year they have the 4th of July
Right.
golf tournament. So, they're always looking for people to participate in that as well, to help support that event as well.
And the golf tournament is going to be held at the Madera Municipal Golf Course at 23200 Avenue 17. You can learn more at madera.gov/golf. To register online, there's a shotgun that starts at 8 a.m. So that's always a fun thing to do. So you play around the golf, and then you head on over to the Madera District Fairgrounds and enjoy bright lights and fireworks and family fun and have a few beers. Oh, did I say that?
Exactly. And this is the thing, is that, one of the, again, having been, attending these events is, we wanted to stress that this event is about family fun. It's completely free to the public, so parking's free, entrance is free. Obviously, you got to pay for your food and your beers. We're going to have a kids carnival that's completely free to the public. So we're doing our best to make sure that this is about the community. It's not about necessarily making money. We are in the final stages of having a little boxing sparring going on there. So there's going to be some excitement there to kind of, again, entertain the crowds until the final moment, which is about 9:15, 9:30. But we want to encourage people to maybe blister some of the heat that's going on out there on the 4th of July and come join us, so.
The event, it starts at 5 p.m. So make sure you save the date for the 4th of July fireworks spectacular. It's going to be at the Madera District Fairgrounds at 1850 Cleveland Avenue in Madera. Family fun. Fireworks show starts at dusk.
Yeah, about 9:15ish.
Gates open at
5
p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we need some sponsorship. And the sponsorships, you have opportunities also, from the presidential to the red, white, and blue. The perks are really nice. So let's start with that. The presidential sponsorship. Have you received anything there?
We have not. I mean, I know it's a big amount. We're hopeful.
It's $25,000.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Just take it out of the bank. It's
Tax
no big
write-off.
deal.
No, come on.
That's right. It's a tax write-off for this year. Last year's gone.
Yeah.
So with that, you have 24 tickets to the golf tournament. Executive VP area passes.
So we're gonna have in Lumbertown. We're gonna take it over. We're gonna have obviously it's gonna be hot. So this is gonna be the few covered areas with some nice cool air and drinks and food and everything we can do to thank those people for giving their money to the event. So
very good. The VIP parking passes.
Yeah, you don't have to fight for the parking. Yeah.
Well, that alone is
right
worth
there.
the cost.
Yeah, you want to come last minute, you don't have to fight for a parking spot, you got a spot. So that might be worth it to you.
All right, and there's many perks. I mean, you should see this list. It just goes on and on.
Yeah.
The All-American is $10,000. Again, you get 8 golf tournament entries along with the VIP parking passes. Oh, we get recognition at the Madera City Council.
That's big right there. That's worth it. That's
I'm going to do that. I love you, Madera. The next one is the Golden Eagle for $5,000. Stars and Stripes are $2,500. And then it goes down to the red, white, and blue for $1,000. As now, these are sponsorship opportunities, basically corporate sponsors that, we need.
Correct.
Last year, we were taking any amount.
Correct. And we do have a GoFundMe going, and we want to make this successful. I mean, again, I'm hoping that the community is going to stand behind us and say, not only just be there and say, hey, thanks for putting it on, but here's $5-10, here's whatever, to kind of help us get to that goal.
Because it does add up.
It does.
That $5, that $10, it really does add up. And I know that the Rohi and the Greater Madera Kiwanis Club would really appreciate your help. And it's a small cost considering what you receive. And that is priceless because it's time with your family, your friends, and it's a really fun event. I have a feeling that it's going to be a great success. And it's going to be hopefully an annual tradition.
That's the
Back
plan.
to bring that tradition again.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else you would like to talk about this event, or?
No, again, I mean, I want just to thank you for having us on. I mean, it's a lot of this is we want to get the word out because I think some people, because of what happened last year, are thinking it's probably not going to happen, and we want to catch them and start making those plans to coming out. It's going to be fun. It's not a whole crazy amount of stuff going on as far as, it's not the fair, it's not pomegranate, this is the 4th of July, and we're trying to make it unique to a new set of traditions, so.
You mentioned a GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
What is it under?
The 2023 4th of July Spectacular for Madera.
Okay. What about sending checks or?
They can do that, yeah. Again, on our information, if you go to the greaterkiwanis.com website, there's a 4th of July section there. It has all our contact information, gives you the addresses and everything. The flyers also have my information if anybody's interested in being a vendor or just sending money, any kind of support that they would like to give. So.
I went on your website, the greaterkiwanis.com website yesterday, and it's pretty easy to navigate. The 4th of July will have all the paperwork needed for if you're a vendor. And what the vendors for this, and what else?
There's also the sponsor page. So, I mean, if those interested who want to see who's given us money so far. I mean, we will have advertising for those people. We do want to give them good recognition for the help that they're providing. And then if there's any service clubs that are interested in helping out, obviously we paired with the Lions Club and the Rotary Club with Madera. So it is a big undertaking, and I think that it can't be stressed enough that no one group is going to be able to do this, and we're very thankful to have these groups coming on board and helping with different facets of the event to, again, make it a success. So,
all right. Can I give out your phone number?
Of course, yeah.
So if you would like to donate to this wonderful cause for this year's 4th of July fireworks, you can contact Corrie Zacharia at 559-673-1010. That's 559-673-1010, or visit the greaterkiwanis.com website. And we hope that you will take the time and help sponsor this event, and most of all, come.
Exactly. Because
it's going to be so much fun. So grab your family, your friends, and be there at the Madera District Fairgrounds on the 4th of July at 5 o'clock. Thank you. Rory, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thank you. Okay. There we go. Very good. Oh, hi there. We're still here. And now we're not.